Hi, this is Michael Martin Murphy, and welcome to the Lone Cowboy Hour. This is a show that was born out of a need to kind of take a little time back and start reflecting a little bit on my career and my life. And we started it back in March of 2020, and we've done many, many episodes now. And as I'm going through these episodes, I'm doing different themes, and the theme this week continues to be autumn and the transition into winter. I've written a lot of songs along those lines. I like to dedicate this one to my dad. My dad was born in October, and whenever October came around, it was always a special time for me as a boy because my dad and I were so close. We remained close all of our lives. My dad was my business manager right up till the time that he passed away. Anyway, this is a song that I dedicated to him because he loved to go out and go with me when I played solo acoustic. I'm on a rundown, I'm out running sundown, thinking I'm on the right track. I'm writing the song as I'm riding along. I'm keeping the sun at my back. Big horse trailer and truck can make my own luck. Ride through the sand and the sage. It gives me a rush to be busting the brush, acting about half my age. Lone cowboy, I'm doing my best. Lone cowboy, I go everywhere west. Lone cowboy, with my old campfire songs. Lone cowboy, giddy up, get along. I've owned some good ponies, blacks, bays, and blue-ronies, bays, palominos, and paints. I got good songs and bad ones, love songs and sad ones, songs about sinners and saints. I'm still riding old wildfire to find the next campfire. Memories turn embers to coals. But a day that I'm crying to live forever or die trying, I'll never get old in my soul. Lone cowboy, I'm doing my best. Lone cowboy, hey Dad, we go everywhere west. Lone cowboy, with my old campfire songs. Lone cowboy, giddy up, get along. Lone cowboy, lone cowboy, lone cowboy. Welcome to the Lone Cowboy Hour. I'm Michael Martin Murphy. Our previous show to this show was all about being live and taking requests, but so many requests came in on that show that we couldn't get to that I decided to continue on some of the requests that we got last week and put them in this show, and also pick the songs that really fit in with the October, November, fall theme of this show. Now this song is dedicated to Cheyenne K. Wagner, who requested this, and it was written by Stan Jones back in 1948, some say 1949, but in that year both Burl Ives and Vaughn Monroe had big hits with this song. Stan Jones wrote for Disney Studios, was an actor in some westerns, and was voted as one of the great cowboy songwriters of all time, mostly for this song and another song called Cowpoke. By the way, this song was voted as one of the 100 greatest Western songs of all time by Western Writers of America. About this time of year, when things start to get a little bit spooky, we think about the spirits. And Stan Jones always said that he got the idea from this song from an old Apache medicine man who said that when the spirits go on beyond, sometimes they come back as riders in the sky. And apparently Stan was looking out over an Arizona plain when he saw these low-riding clouds coming in, and he thought about that story, and he wrote this song. Old Cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. He rested on the saddle as he rode upon the way. When all of a sudden a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw thundering through the windy sky, and up a cloudy gone. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo. Ghost riders in the sky. Their brands were still on fire, their hooves were made of steel. Their horns black and shiny, as hot as you could feel. Well, a bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky. He saw some riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo. Ghost riders in the sky. As they galloped past him, heard one call his name. Want to save your soul from hell, riding on this range. And cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, chasing this old devil's herd through these never-ending skies. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders, ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo. Ghost riders, ghost riders in the sky. That was Ghost Riders in the Sky, again written by Stan Jones. Stan Jones was a great songwriter and worked for Disney Studios for quite a few years. And that song, Ghost Riders in the Sky, which really fits the October feeling of this show, became the theme song of The Searchers, the great John Ford, John Wayne Western. What a great song. Voted as one of the 100 greatest Western songs of all time by Western Writers of America. Ghost Riders in the Sky. The time of year that this show is being done, fall, is a time we think about wild animals, they're going into a different phase of their lives. And of course, a lot of them are on the hunt to try to build up enough food to go into a hibernation period. Birds are migrating. And this is one of the great songs about wildlife I've ever come across, written by Jamie O'Hara. And I did this song on an album called River of Time. It was a great pleasure to do this song, and I got a lot of response from it over the years. Never released as a single, but here's to what we think about when we see those birds flying across and migrating. This was requested by Bob Tomer in a previous show. Bob, thanks a lot for asking for this great song. Probably come from Canada, where the cool air brought you down. Is that a touch of snow upon your wings? Are you headed southward bound? Fly faster, wild bird, a hunter comes from town. He longs to see you on his wall. You match his mental piece of brown. Fly faster, wild bird, the sun is sinking down. I'd love to ride your golden wings, I'd utter not a sound. Must be some kind of blue sky somewhere God made especially for you. So children of the wild winds, go there now and take what's left of living for you. Probably come from Asia, where the seas are deep and clear. When you rise to break the rolling waves, your body glistens like a mirror. Go deeper, great blue one, it's the fisherman I hear. He'd love to take you down, he's paying well for you this year. Go deeper, great blue one, your darkest storm is near. I'd love to ride your great blue tail, all your secrets I'd hold dear. Must be some kind of blue sea somewhere God made especially for you. Children of the wild waves, go there now and take what's left of living for you. You probably come from Idaho, where the cool air treats you right, where you run the Rocky Mountains in your savage delight. Run faster, great bear, a builder scales your height. Your home to him's worth millions now, there's nothing he won't buy. Run faster, wild bear, the moon is losing light. I'd love to run the trails with you, scream your courage through the night. Must be some kind of green mountain somewhere God made especially for you. Children of the wild lands, go there now, take what's left of living for you. Children of the wild world, go there now, take what's left of living for you. Children of the Wild World, written by Jamie O'Hara. As I continue on this theme of the fall, the autumn, and the transition into winter, the theme of the seasons changing, I guess we never feel that change of the seasons quite as strongly as we do when autumn goes into winter. At least that's the way it is for me. And it's kind of a time to reflect, sometimes a little bit of a time that we get nostalgic about life. So I wrote this song a long time ago, one of the first songs I ever wrote. It's called The Seasons Change, and it was on the Swans Against the Sun album, which I made at Caribou Ranch in Colorado many years ago. Again, never released as a single, but played by a lot of different people. Tonight I dedicate this to Jerry Jeff Walker, who didn't call in the request, but he's probably watching out there. Jerry recorded this song on an album of his called 5 Years Gone many years ago. Of course, he sang it in that real low Jerry Jeff voice, and I sing it in my pipsqueak tenor voice, but here it is, The Seasons Change. There is less light, and the night is longer now. The air is full of something strange. No more at ease, the geese fly stronger now. Because they know seasons change. The gentle dove knows love is over now. And wanderlust sets his heart aflame. My heart will start to play the rover now. Because I know seasons change. Summer's here, then it's gone. Spots are changing on the fawn. Spring and summer held my heart. Now I feel the winter breaking all of that apart. Through autumn leaves I see your face right now. Your dress is wet with summer rain. And though we loved, I must erase you now. Because I know the seasons change. You must understand, Everything across this land will be another color soon. Winter freezes on the moon. Our love is short, it will not stay. It comes by night, it's gone by day. The seasons change. One of the things we got to do this October, which is going to be a great memory for me, is we got to play at a place called Do-Si-Do. Do-Si-Do is one of my favorite places. It's like a great big barn. You know, and in the fall, when you think about barn dances and things like that, you think about going to a big, wide-open concert hall in a barn. Do-Si-Do is exactly that. They took an old barn and all the beams and restored it to a beautiful venue. It's right down in a place called the Woodlands, Texas. I've played there for more than 10 years, off and on, and really enjoyed being there this October. It was a good kickoff to that October chilly evening feeling. So here's to Do-Si-Do, and here's some songs that I recorded while I was down there.
Hey, I consider him one of our national treasures, and no one has kept up the tradition of Western music and cowboy music more than he has. I want you to welcome America's #1 singing cowboy, Mr. Michael Martin Murphey.
There's a great American hero that we all look up to. When the times are hard and the chips are down, he knows just what to do. A cowboy's got a set of rules that he lives by day to day. And if you ask for his advice, he'll more than likely say, if it's a fence, mend it. If it's a dollar bill, spend it. Before it burns a hole in the government's jeans. If it's a load, truck it. If it's a punch, partner, duck it. If she's a lady, then treat her like a queen. That's cowboy life. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life, songs he sings. That's cowboy like you. Every cowboy's got it. They got a simple solution, just about anything. If it's a job, do it. Hey, put your old back into it. 'Cause a little bit of dirt's gonna wash off in the rain. If it's a horse, ride it. If it hurts, be like John Wayne and yeah. Son, pull up those baggy pants, turn that ball cap around, and get back on again. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life. Sing the songs that he sings. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. He's got a simple solution, just about anything. I don't need a little lady, you're lady. And speaking of the cycle of life, where do cowboys go when they die? Is there a place in the sweet by and by, where the water runs clean and the grass grows green, and there ain't no clouds in the sky. What is reincarnation? A cowboy asked his friend. His friend replied, well, son, it happens when your life has plumb reached its end. You see, they comb your hair and wash your neck, and then they clean your fingernails, and then they lay you down in a padded box, far away from life's travails. Now the box in you goes in a hole, son. It's been dug into the ground. And reincarnation is the thing that happens when you're planted beneath the mound. You see, the box melts down just like the clods, and you is inside. And then, partner, you're just beginning on a transformation ride. Because in a while, some rain's gonna come, fall upon the ground, until one day on your lonesome, pitiful, forgotten, sunken little grave, a little flower will be found. And say a horse should wander by and graze upon that flower that once was you. But now you ain't nothing but a vegetative bower. That little flower that the horse done ate up with all of its other feed becomes bone and fat and muscle, absolutely essential to this deed. But some is consumed that the horse can't use. And so it passes through. Until at last it lays there on the ground. This thing that once was you. Where do cowboys go when they die? Is there a place in the sweet by and by where the water runs clean and the grass grows green, and there ain't no clouds in the sky? Well, say one day I should come wandering by and gaze upon the ground and wonder and ponder on this object I have found. This is a Memorex moment. Remember those? They got digital downloads now. Those don't ever create Memorex moments. Say one day I should come wandering by and gaze upon the ground and wonder and ponder on this object I have found. Well, darned if it don't make me think of reincarnation, of life and death and such. And I ride away, concluding, slim old partner, you ain't changed all that much. That's where cowboys go when they die. As I was out walking one morning for pleasure, spied a young His hat was thrown back and his spurs was a jingle. And as he approached, he was singing this song. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, little doggy. It's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, little doggy. You know that Wyoming will be your new home. Early in the morning we round up the doggies, mark 'em and we brand 'em and we bob off their tails. Load the chuck wagon, we load that chuck wagon, and we get them doggies. Notice it didn't say, it didn't say, we get them tofus out on the trail. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, little doggies. It's your misfortune, none of my own. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, little doggies. You know that Wyoming will be your new home. Don't have to twist my arm. When I die, take my saddle from the wall, put it on my pony, get it out of the stall, tie my bones to his back, turn our faces to the west. We'll ride the prairies we've always loved best, ride around the little doggies, ride around real slow, fiery and the snuffy, raring to go. I ride an old paint, I lead an old band. I'm going to Montana for to throw the hula hand. They feed in the cool, water in the draw. Their tails are all mad and their backs are all raw. Ride around the little doggies, ride around real slow, fiery and the snuffy, raring to go. Now old Bill Jones had two daughters and a son. One went to Denver and the other went wrong. His wife got killed in a full room fight. He sings this song come morning till night. Ride around the little doggies, ride around real slow, fiery and the snuffy, raring to go. You ought to love, goodbye, old paint, I'm a leaving Cheyenne. Goodbye, old paint, I'm leaving Cheyenne. My foot's in the stirrup, my bridle's in my hand. Good morning, young lady, my pony won't stand. Goodbye, old paint, I'm a leaving Cheyenne. Goodbye, old paint, I'm a leaving Cheyenne. Well, old partner, the long trail's behind us. I guess this is it. But your courage and your endurance, I'll never forget. The way you stormed the Big Muddy and the way you rode out in the lead. And on that saddle, like my storm deck, you and me turned that stampede. Oh, I know there'll be no need for old cowboys and horses someday. But I don't want to live in a world like that anyway. So when my bones and your bones are bleaching in some old cooler draw, nobody will ever believe the beautiful things we saw. But the long trail's behind us, old partner. Time to turn in. So keep your eyes on the horizon, old partner. Keep your nose to the wind. And watch out for sticks that float upstream. Ride around, little donkeys, ride around real slow. Fire in the snuffing, raring to go. Goodbye, old Pete, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Goodbye, old Pete, I'm leaving Cheyenne. Thank you. Hey, I sure hope you enjoyed those songs. I did it do-si-do back a few weeks ago here in October, and hope you'll come see me down there one of these days. If you've ever wanted to experience a great concert, feeling and sound, just no better place than do-si-do. It's a great big barn that was restored, and all that wood, all that country feeling in there, it's just perfect for me. As we get into that reflective, nostalgic time of year we call autumn, we think about all the memories that have floated down the river of time of our lives. That's the title of this next song, The River of Time. Now, I was living in Taos, New Mexico at the time that I recorded this. I found this song written by Kent Robbins and Susan Longacre. And sometimes the Rio Grande or Rio Grande is referred to as the Great River or River of Time. And it does have millions of years of history. As you think about how long that river is, starting all the way up somewhere in Colorado, going all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, border, of course, of Texas, between Texas and New Mexico. You think about all the people that have gone down it, all the great adventures that have happened there, how much water it's provided to people. And it is probably the grand river of all time of America, especially the American West. So anyway, this is called The River of Time. I thought so much of this, I called an entire album River of Time. I'm not through loving you, it's just that you're gone. There's nothing I can say or do to undo what's done. You took my heart along when you went away. I gave all my love, I'll get it back someday. Down the river time, I'll forgive and forget. Sweet peace of mind will be just round the bend, and I'll stay afloat on all the tears that I've cried. Let the memories all go down the river of time. I'll never be over you, just over the pain. Moments of hope will shine through the hours of rain. I'll count them, everyone, till I start to lose track. I'll make it through this night, get the morning back. Down the river of time, I'll forgive and forget. Sweet peace of mind will be just round the bend, but I'll stay afloat on all the tears that I've cried. Let the memories all go down the river of time. Down the river of time. Down the river of time. A river of time. This time of year, we also start thinking about cold weather and the leaves falling off the trees, and the next thing you know, our minds are on, gosh, what am I going to do for Christmas? What am I going to buy people for Christmas? And of course, around here, we call it Cowboy Christmas because it's Christmas on the range out here in the West. This is one of the great songs about Christmas that's Western ever written by Lawrence Larry Chittenden in 1885. Now, Chittenden was a journalist, and he came down to visit his uncle in West Texas, who had a big ranch down there, from New York. These people were from New York and New Jersey. And while he was down there, he suddenly discovered that there was this wonderful event. It was like a wedding that was put on at the Morning Star Hotel. And he got so amused by it that he wrote a story about it and then turned it into a poem and published it in some New York newspapers. And the poem became so famous that it was known all over the world. And it started a tradition that's carried on today of having a Cowboy Christmas Ball in Anson, Texas, every year. This year, our Christmas tour will be starting in a wonderful place, Arlington Music Hall in Arlington, Texas. And we're doing it right there because of a wonderful thing that originally happened, about 3 weeks ago. We found out that the National Finals Rodeo is going to be moving to Texas this year. And while we've got them in town, of course, we want to do the Cowboy Christmas performance for them. So this is called the Cowboy Christmas Ball, and I hope you'll join us on December 9th, 10th, and 11th near the big Global Life Stadium where they have the National Finals Rodeo. And while you're in town, be sure and come over and see us at Arlington Music Hall, Cowboy Christmas Ball. Way out in West Texas, where the Clear Fork waters flow, where the cattle are a-browsing and the Spanish ponies go, where the northers come a-whistling and the old dust devils roll, and the prairie dogs are sneezing and freezing from the cold, where the lonesome tawny prairies melt into the airy streams, and the double mountains slumber in heavenly kind of dreams, where the antelope is grazing and the lonesome plovers call. It was there that I attended the Cowboys' Christmas Ball. Where the music was a fiddle and a lively tambourine, and a big bass violin imported by stage from Abilene, and the room was togged out gorgeous with mistletoe and shawls, and the candles flickered frescoes all around them airy walls, and the women folk looked lonesome and the boys looked kind of treed, till the leader commenced to yelling, "Hey boys, let's all stampede!" And the music started sighing and wailing through the hall as a kind of introduction to the Cowboys' Christmas Ball. Well, the boys was a little bit skittish and the ladies was powerful neat. That big bass violin music made us jump in with both feet. Those wailing frisky fiddles I never will forget. And Windy Bill kept singing, I think I hear him yet. Oh yes, boys, chase them squirrels, cut them to the side. Doc Hollis to the center, now cross P. Charlie's bride. Purr round them gentle kittens, now rope and balance all. Hey, it was getting happy at the Cowboys' Christmas Ball. Now the leader was a fella that come from Swinson's ranch. They called him Windy Bill from Little Dead Man's Branch. When he commenced to holler, now fellas stake your pen, lock horns with all them heifers and rustle them just like men. Salute them lovely critters, now swing 'em and let 'em go. Climb the grapevine round and round, boys, all do-si-do. You mavericks join the roundup, just skip the waterfall. Hey, it was getting happy at the Cowboys' Christmas Ball. Well, the dust rose fast and furious, and we all just galloped around. Till the scenery got so giddy, a few old cowpokes fell down. We buckled to our partners and told them to hold on. We shook our hooves like lightning until the early dawn. Don't tell me about cotillions, line dancing, no siree. That dancing Anson City still takes the cake from me. Now boys, I won't forget it, and I often will recall that lively gated soiree called the Cowboys' Christmas Ball. Oh no, I won't forget it, the Cowboys' Christmas Ball. This next song was requested by Marty Shepard Miller. Marty, thanks a lot for asking for this song. This song means a lot to me. The story that goes with it is it was written for my daughter. She was just a little girl, really, and then she's a big girl now. When she won the Red River Rodeo Queen contest. Her name is Laura, and she's a big-time executive in a big company now, but back in the day, she was a cute little cowgirl who was competing with other cute little cowgirls for this rodeo queen contest. And after it was over, we all went up to my cabin in Red River, sat around, and I noticed that the leaves are already turning in August, which is not untypical of that country, and began to think about all the great times that we'd had up there. And so I wrote this song for my daughter. It's called Summer Ranges. Just looking back over years and years of riding horses over that beautiful Sangre de Cristo country in New Mexico. I wish that summer could last forever. Cold winds never reach our door. I wish old partners could ride forever on summer ranges forevermore. Snow must fall on summer ranges. Old friends must face the bitter wind. Someday when the season changes on summer ranges, we'll ride again. So may my farewell always warm you and make a Sundance in your heart. May thoughts of parting never harm you, for true partners never part. Snow must fall on summer ranges. Old friends must face the bitter wind. Someday when the season changes on summer ranges, we'll ride again. Someday when the season changes on summer ranges, we'll ride again. Well, it's been a great night thinking about autumn, fall, telling a few little ghost stories like Riders in the Sky. Here's another song. It's a ghost story. My most famous song is kind of a ghost story. It's about a spirit horse that can never be captured, a horse that after it leaps off into a chasm, comes back as a spirit to take away people, take away a young man who's in hard times, and this spirit girl that is riding the horse. It's quite a story. We're still working on getting a movie made called Wildfire. We got it started, and then COVID shut things down for a while, but very soon it looks like we're going to be getting rolling again on Wildfire. Anyway, this is a good, appropriate song for this time of year, for October. Kind of a spirit song of very positive thing about a spirit carrying you away, not a scary idea. By the way, I'm playing this guitar tonight with my signature on it and brand, and I autograph these guitars and sell them over my website and through Facebook and through emails to help support the work of my foundation, Murphey Western Institute, which is all about preserving great Western music, Native American music, Native American stories and traditions, and lots of other things that have to do with American West culture. We support a foundation that does a lot of good by putting wild horses with young Indian kids, thus saving the wild horse's life, and also giving the young Native American a great horse to ride and have a pet, something to be responsible for. This is a great thing, as in a lot of reservations, there's a lot of situations that are not real positive with young people. So that's the kind of foundation that we support through the work of this. There are many other things that we've done with the proceeds from these guitar sales. So hope you'll think about getting one of these. A lot of people get me to personalize these for people, which we will do for a little bit extra charge, takes a little bit extra time, as a Christmas present. Or we can just sell it with the autograph on it, and you can use it as a Christmas present, birthday present, or anything else. I chose these guitars because they do sound really great. They're great, what you call entry-level guitars. Get a guitar to learn to play guitar on. But also you can play a full professional show on this guitar. And thanks for joining me on the Lone Cowboy Hour tonight. She comes down from Yellow Mountain on a dark flatland she rides, on a pony she named Wildfire, a whirlwind by her side on the cold Nebraska night. They say she died one winter when there came a killing frost, and the pony she named Wildfire busted down and stalled. In a blizzard he was lost. Ran calling wildfire. She ran calling wildfire. Calling So by the dark of the moon I planted, but there came an early snow. Been a hoot owl howling outside my window now, 6 nights in a row. She's coming for me, I know, and on Wildfire we're both gonna go. We'll be riding wildfire, riding wildfire. busting behind. Get the hard times right on out of our minds. We'll be riding wild fire. Well, thanks for joining me once again on the Lone Cowboy Hour. Before we go, I'd like to thank James Hodgen, my editor, and also Dan McDonald, my engineer and editor also. The rest of the show is kind of just done by me. It's just me and you, and that's the way I like it. I also want to thank the American Hat Company for providing my hat for me and a lot of the hats that I wear. The NRS Ranch for sponsoring some of our outdoor shows that we do. All the people that have been with me all these years. God bless you. Happy, happy autumn. And remember, life can be a challenging adventure. Make sure you ride a good horse. I'm on a rundown, I'm out running sundown. I'm thinking I'm on the right track. I'm writing a song as I'm riding along, keeping the sun at my back. Big horse trailer and truck, I can make my own luck as I ride through the sand and the sage. As it gives me a rush to be busting the brush, acting about half my age. Lone cowboy, I'm doing my best. Lone cowboy, I go everywhere west. Lone cowboy, with my old campfire song,